Shalom Yeladim. Let's continue learning about Parshat Naso. There were 12 Shvatim, and each Shevet had a prince, or someone who was in charge of that Shevet. They were called Nesiim. Nesiim are princes. Now, when Moshe Rabbeinu announced that he wanted to gather materials to build the Mishkan, he told everybody to come. And everybody could bring as much or as little as they wanted to build the new Mishkan. Some people would bring gold, some people silver, some people onyx, some people sapphires, some people would bring materials, or whatever they had as a gift to build the Mishkan. Everyone was invited to come and bring. Well, everyone wanted to have a part in the house of Hashem. So all the Bnei Yisrael quickly gathered lots of presents and lots of materials. Moshe Rabbeinu had a big storage house where he stored all the materials till it was time to build. The Bnei Yisrael were so excited that they brought so many materials. The Nesiim, the princes of the Shvatim, they had a talk between themselves. They said, we are very wealthy. We have a lot of riches. We have a lot of fancy things that we can offer to the building of the Mishkan. We're going to wait and see how many things the rest of the Shvatim will bring. And if something is missing, then we will bring it and it will be complete. And we will bring our part after everybody brings theirs, whatever is missing. Well, that's what they thought was a really good idea. But all of a sudden, one day, Moshe Rabbeinu made an announcement and said, "Stop bringing. Our storage is full. We have all the materials that we need to build the Mishkan." Can you imagine the faces of the Nesiim when they heard that? Do you think they were smiling? Oy vey. They were so worried. They were so disappointed. They ran to Moshe Rabbeinu and said, "Are you sure? Are you sure you have everything that you need? Because we also want to have a part in the building of the Mishkan." "I'm sorry," said Moshe Rabbeinu, but the Bnei Yisrael were so excited, they brought everything already. "Everything?" said the Nesiim. "Isn't there just one thing left for us to bring? We want also to have a part in the building of the Mishkan." Well, Moshe Rabbeinu started to think, we do need one more thing. We need the stones that were on the shoulder of the Kohen Gadol that connected the ephod. If you can bring that, then that will be your share, that will be your part in the building of the Mishkan. Well, of course, the Nesiim rushed and they brought the stone for the Kohen Gadol's ephod. But what do you think that the Nesiim were missing? What midah did they forget to show? Do you know? The midah of Zerizut. Zerizut is the midah that we rush to do a mitzvah. We don't wait. We want to be the first and not the last. The Nesiim had a good idea. They wanted to help. But in their helping, they forgot that they could be Zerizim and that they should have come right away and brought their gift. And then, if there was something missing, they could have helped. But they did not use the midah of Zerizut. They did not come quickly to do a mitzvah, and their mitzvah was snatched away from them. All the rest of the Shvatim got the mitzvah first. Well, after that, the Nesiim were very careful. And when it came to doing a mitzvah, they were right there first. So what does that have to do with carrying the Mishkan? Well, when the Nesiim saw that the Shevet of Levi would have to carry all those curtains and all that wood, they right away created and made wagons. They made wagons for the family of Gershon, and they made wagons for the family of Merari. They made 6 of them. 3 were for the family of Gershon to carry what, Yeladim? The curtains and the coverings. And 3 were for the family of Merari. And what were they carrying? The wood, the poles, and the sockets. They didn't wait to be asked. They right away showed Zerizut, and they brought the wagons to the family of Levi. Then the Nesiim showed another midah of Zerizut. As soon as the Mishkan was ready, when it was just built and standing for the very first time, guess what? It was the Nesiim who came to Moshe and said, we want to bring a korban first, before anybody else. We want to be the first to bring a korban to Hashem in his new house, in the new Mishkan. Hashem said, okay. Hashem saw that Nesiim were doing tshuva. They were going to be Zerizim. They were not going to be last anymore. So Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu what the Nesiim should do. Each one of them brought presents to the Mishkan. They brought the same number of animals. They brought the same number of gold, the same amount of silver. They brought flour, and they brought spices. Each one brought a gift. Now we know that the Torah never wastes words. But in this Parsha, each one of the Nesiim brought the same gift. And each one is written down. The gift of Reuven, and the gift of Shimon, and the gift of Yehuda, and the gift of Yisachar. How come? The Torah could have said, the 12 Nesiim brought this gift, and told us what the gift was. Why is the gift written down 12 times for each of the Nesiim of the 12 Shvatim? So this is the answer. Because even though the present was the same, each one of them gave the same animals amount, and the same amount of gold, and the same amount of flour. But guess what? Each one gave it with a special feeling that came from them. The Nesi of Shevet Reuven gave his present with his own feelings. And the Nesi of the Shevet of Shimon gave his present with his own feelings. Each one with different feelings. Just like if we give the same present to one friend, my feelings towards the friend are different than your feelings toward our friend. The feelings come from inside each one of us, special to each one of us. So when each of the Nesiim came to give their gift, they had a special closeness to Hashem that no one else had, even if the gift was the same. But the way and the feeling that they had when they gave the gift was special to each one of them. So the Torah couldn't put them all in one group, a group gift, because each Nasi gave a special gift of their own. Even though it was the same gift, but the way they gave it and the feeling that they had towards Hashem was special, each to its own Nasi, each to its own Shevet. And that's why in the Torah it's written 12 times, because each time was special and different.